So this is going to be a little more in-depth video on what this takes to do and what I did. For me, I trimmed out all of this. I mean, I kind of did a shit job. It looks good for the most part. Like the tops, I'm pretty happy with. I think they look pretty good. I just went a little too wide at the bottom here on both sides, and then with this one I also went a little wide on this lip right here, trying to get a nice round corner to match it. And it was just not my area of expertise. Yeah, I mean, it's the first time doing it, obviously, but got it all wired up, and I'm gonna take the airbag off right here. It's just a couple of little covers. One's right here. You reach in with your pinky and grab it, and it comes right off. The other one's right here. And behind that, there's I think it's T30. I'll come back and tell you exactly what it is here in a second. But that comes right off, and we'll be right back. Okay, so the T30s right here, they don't come out. I mean, you can pull them out if you want to, but they just sit in there, right, on either side. And you want to do your battery when you're doing this, also messing with the airbag and stuff. So back in here, this is where it plugs into, right? It just plugs right in, and these screws are in here, and those screws holding it in are holding in these plastic pieces that are taking up the spaces. So you take those out, put these in, run the wires up, use the new ground from the new one. I just put tape over this guy, right? This is the ground for your horn, and just, place it down in there so it's not in the way. And for that, that's it for this part. And trim this guy up. Oh, so a little bit more. When you're trimming this guy, right, it's easiest if you just clear out all the fins and stuff that are in here. And then for this spot right here, you want to make it like flat like that. And that saves you $400 to $600 buying a new airbag that's already, from the factory like this. And then screw it back together. And we'll come back with this part and the glove box open so we can show you the wires. Okay. So, now that we're on this side, this is all apart. And this is just my temporary wiring. I just got all this done yesterday, and so I just figured I'd make this video while I tear all this apart to solder it together and actually get it finalized. So, 3 wires. In the forums, they say depending on how you're doing it, you can ground the light blue, I believe, and then just run the 2 wires. I just ran all 3 because I got the other unit right here for all this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to say this shit. It's Maestro or Maestro, or I don't know. Just don't judge. I'm making this awesome video for you. So this guy, Maestro, okay. Anyway. And if I'm still saying that wrong, just correct it. Whatever. Like, help me out. I'm helping you out. Come on, do me a solid. Anyway, I just shaved a little bit off of these guys. Let me zoom in a bit for you. I shaved a little bit off for these guys. So these guys are all grouped together. These 3 right here, right? They are right there. And those are the 3 that you're gonna need. There are another gray and another green on here, so it's confusing in the forums and the pictures and other videos. It's just none of it really made sense, so it took me a little bit to kind of figure this out and get this working. So this is the JK2 plug, and these are the wires I use to run over there. So we're going to follow that light blue, and that's the white wire. So I have a white wire, I have the light green, and I have the purple with the white stripe. These are just some random wires I found extra in a pile that were long enough, and I spun them together on my drill, make them nice and wound up and tight, they stay together. So I spliced into these signals and brought them over where I needed them. And that's over here to this K3, I believe is what they call this one. So what was confusing was they tell you, oh, this is where you need to put them, blah, 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 pins 6, 7, and 8. And it's just, you know, people, not everybody knows, like, hey, those empty slots right there are the 6, 7, and 8. Like, it's not just like pointed out easily. So right there, the white is 6, the purple with the white stripe to the left of it is 7, and the light green is 8. Okay, these are the wires I used. All right, just whatever wires you use, that's what they're going to be. Just remember, that's where they're going. So you've got the light blue, which is my white wire. The light blue needs to go into pin 6, right? Pin 6. The green needs to go to 7, right next to it. And the gray needs to go right next to that in 8. And that is how you add the factory controls to your vehicle. That is the factory way of how it's supposed to be wired. It's supposed to be going to that plug. This is for the non-JBL vehicle. It's a very simple thing once you get it all done and figured out. And if you have any questions, you know, comments, let me know. And I'm going to get to cleaning this up a little better and putting this all back together. Thanks for checking out the video. Hope it helped you out. And I can't think of anything else to tell you other than take your time trimming that. If you're gonna trim it, I'm happy with it. The bottoms bug me, but it is what it is. So this is the video showing that the buttons work. If I press next song, it goes to next song. Volume. And, you know, mode will switch to your other ones. The voice button will do your voice thing, but I'm taking a recording on my phone, so I think it's gonna be on what it is. That's it. All done. Hope this helped you. So, here we are. Back. Everything's back together. I'll turn this light on a little bit more, so let's... You can see everything's back together. Okay, they light up. Right over here, press the volume button. Oh, look at that volume. That's amazing. What does this button do? Oh, nothing yet. Oh, look, we can switch between all the other stuff that we have. And auto. What's this button do? Nothing? Okay. The voice button works.